watching First at 9, Fox 4 News.
You see them wandering on the streets and highways, but do we really know who they are? We're talking about the homeless in our community who are trying to survive the elements. Erin Nichols and photojournalist Tony Stolfa went out to speak to some of them to find out more about how they live. Erin joins us now in the studio and has this half hour's top story. Erin?
Shelter, in part one of our special report, we meet one man who has been living on the streets since he was a teenager. Some may call him a vagabond, and he is certainly a traveler. His name is Jeff, and he's been making his way across the country on foot. He's trying to get back home to Arizona, and during his journey, stopped here in Beaumont. And that's where our story begins tonight.
Really loud, but it's hard to sleep, huh? Yeah, you get used to it. It just becomes, I don't know, part of your night noises, you know, like people with ambient noises and things like that. You get used to it.
On any given night in the United States, there are more than 600,000 people experiencing homelessness. That's according to the Alliance to End Homelessness. Of that number, some are families, but most are individuals. Many of these people will get out of their situation, but others will not. An estimated 17% of the homeless population is considered chronically homeless, meaning that even if they get help, these people will find themselves back on the streets.
But you know, that's the way life is. I just have to accept it. You just have to accept the situation.
For people like Jeff and Will, this is their reality. Jeff is unlike many other homeless people. He's been on the streets since his late teens, and for him, it's a moral choice. As a young man, Jeff says he wanted to live off the grid. He lives a very simple life. His only luxuries are his guitar and this bedding, items that help him survive.
You know, it's not easy. You know, most people can't come out here and just, you know, strip away their whole lives into a backpack and a guitar, you know, like, or, you know, fit everything you have into one backpack, everything that you want to keep, and just go. My biggest creature comfort's a half-inch pad that I sleep on because it keeps the cold off of me. You know, I read a lot. I try to exercise my brain all the time, but you know, I see people who are like this all day, just everywhere I go. They're on their phone.
He likes the adventure of living in a new city every day and finds happiness in new experiences. Jeff lives his day-to-day life by flying a sign, collecting what he can to survive.
People see me and, you know, automatically, you know, oh, look at that bum. Why don't you get a job? I was sitting one day flying my sign, and some guy drives by and he tells me to sell my guitar, and I'm like, go sell your girlfriend. Like, it's the same thing to me. I'm not going to sell my guitar. I really enjoy having my guitar. Okay, maybe fine. If it means I'm not going to eat for a day, fine. But I'm sure as hell not going to go sell my guitar. The few creature comforts I do carry and the few things that I do have that make me feel like me, I'm not going to just get rid of them because I need to eat. Like, I'll eat, you know. Dumpsters are great for that. America wastes so much food that you can eat in a city like this. I could easily live here. If I had a bicycle and a trailer, I would probably never have to pay for food. As much grocery stores are here, as much excess is just being thrown away. And it's also a thing with America, just excess, just waste. And you could do so much more with these things, you know.
Jeff says he doesn't meet many people on the road who believe in God. And the ones that do, he says, will use that as a means to beg for money.
Once you met Jesus Christ and he becomes your Lord and Savior, once you've met him, guess what? This will be the only hell you'll ever see.
I mean, I know we're all going to die one day, but like Jesus said, go ahead and give to the poor, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that don't do that. They got so much money they don't care about life itself or God himself.
Jeff holds his beliefs in the goodness of people, the kindness of strangers who help him along his journey.
Sure, tomorrow morning, I don't know where I'm going to eat. I don't have any money, so, it's going to, I'm just going to have to rely on something to happen, and a lot of people will equate that with God, and I don't agree with it. I just think that it's people doing nice things for people as they should without putting religion into it. Before I started doing this, I thought everybody was just screwed up, but now being on the road and talking to people and meeting people, you find out that there's a lot more good, like-minded people in the world than you. And it's just a matter of sifting through the layers of filth, and you can come out and know that the world is still good. People are still inherently good.
Tomorrow night, we will bring you part 2 of the special report. We'll meet Will, a former track star with a college degree who is down on his luck, but trying to get back on his feet. Sheldra.